Well, hello again everyone. As you might remember, we had some problems with the Suzuki Intruder when I was riding it back from the Willows campsite after Chaz very kindly brought it up on his trailer from his house. It just felt like it had no power. When you went to accelerate, it sort of bogged down. I think it was only really running on one cylinder properly. There was quite a strong smell of fuel behind, and yeah, it just wasn't really right. There was some thinking that it had just got very wet because it was awful weather as Chaz brought it up on the trailer, but I've left it really to dry out overnight, and I've given it another run today and it's running just the same. It seems to be running very sort of lumpy, and when you go to pull away there's no real power there, and yeah, there's a strong smell of fuel, and yeah, it just doesn't seem right. So the suggestion is we take the plugs out and have a look at them. So I've got my trusty Haynes manual. Let's have a look and see if we can get the plugs out to see if there's anything going on there. Now, as I always say, and as you can probably tell, this is not intended as a tutorial. These are just vlogs for your entertainment as you follow along with me trying to get this up and running properly. If you're in any doubt about working on your own motorcycle, it's better to contact a trained and qualified mechanic. Right, so there's a plug obviously on each cylinder. The front cylinder is on the sort of off side of the bike, and the back cylinder, the spark plug, is on the near side of the bike really. So let's start with this side and see if we can get the spark plug out. Right, so we should be able to just pop the spark plug lead off. Now the plug is way down there, down that hole. Now the book says it's an 18mm one. I've got this. Yeah, this is 16, I think. This, yeah. So I haven't got an 18mm spark plug spanner. All I've got is an old 3/8 one from the old days of when I used to have old British Leyland cars, and this 16mm one, which I think fits quite a lot of Japanese cars. So I think I'm going to have to go to Halfords and try and get myself an 18mm one. It's going to be back on the old faithful Mutt Mastiff. Well, I'm back from Halfords, but this 18mm deep socket I bought just doesn't go down far enough into the cylinder head to get to the spark plug. I guess I need one of those thin wall sockets. Well, that's an hour and £7 wasted, isn't it? Right, well, since I can't get those spark plugs out today till I get a thin wall socket to do it with, I'm going to make myself a jig for testing the strength of the coil. And I'm going to do that by, well, I'm going to start off by drilling a nice big hole through the end of this bit of wood. Right, now I'm going to saw this end off with the hole in it and keep that bit. Doesn't have to be neat, just have to cut it off. There we go, that should be exactly 8mm gap. Right, so now we have a ground onto the cylinder with this bulldog clip onto one screw, and then the spark plug lead onto the other screw. So we should be able to look down this hole when we crank the engine and see if there's a spark in our 8mm gap, and that should tell us if the coil is good. So I think we can safely say that the coil is good on this front cylinder. Let's try the back cylinder, so I have to go around the other side of the bike. Right, well, I guess that indicates those coils are good. We really need now to get those spark plugs out and have a look at them, I think. So I'm going to go and order a suitable plug socket.